Rat Memo has been on the uptrend. However, time just seems to be going sideways. So we're going to dissect what's going on, what I believe is in the future for Wonderland, and most importantly, what the community and general consensus is. Now, I don't want to make this too long of a video, but I want to get to the important stuff that I believe is going to be crucial to the future. Now, before I dive into Wonderland and pretty much go through everything, I know there's a very torn community of individuals saying that this project is dead and there's nothing left to it, time to move on, and that other people, and I've seen this so many times, saying I'm done with DAOs, I've lost so much money. And on the other hand, there are people that want to recoup their investment and pretty much have hope for this particular protocol. However, a lot of changes need to happen and things need to get done. As of right now, in my opinion, again, this is just my opinion, things are moving so slow. With everything that has happened thus far with Sifu and everything, all these proposals, all of these, kind of all these suggestions, nothing's happening. Like nothing's happening. It's very stagnant. If you go and look at Daniele Sesta's Twitter as well, last tweet was from the 5th, so that was 3 days ago. So again, this is so stagnant for the state that Wonderland is in. There needs to be some damage control that is implemented and moved on fast. The community that's still here wants to see something done. However, as of right now, and again, I'm part of this community still because I do have hopes that this project can go somewhere potentially. However, there's, like I just said, there's a few proposals specifically from Skyhopper and another one from the Professor. Now, there's something that I want to talk about and where I really see Wonderland Time about to thrive and where it will only thrive if this actually happens. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire Medium article from the Professor. I actually want to go and highlight just a few points that I believe is mentioned that I really want to talk about. And so here it is. So transition to a one token protocol. So he explains that he understands why Rat Memo, and everything was, happening. The rebasing was all happening in the Wonderland ecosystem. However, the proposition is to transition to a one token protocol. Okay. So here's the problem that I see. And this kind of goes off to the next point. Kill the APY. The APY is a massive marketing stance. So the reason why Wonderland did so well was because of the APY. Let's face it, myself and many other investors, if we just saw a 300, 400, 3,000, 4,000 APY, that's great. Olympus DAO was paying more, Jade was paying more, Rome DAO was paying more, like everything else was paying more. So the APY was just a marketing gimmick to really get a lot of individuals in, increasing the treasury. Inherently, it also, unfortunately, created a ton of inflation with all the tokens in the protocol, essentially. So again, obviously the rebase, the inflation was just insane. Now, here's what I've said to individuals in the past and my community as well, is that if there's some sort of burn mechanism that's implemented, again, I don't know what this burn mechanism can be. I haven't sat here and really thought about this thoroughly. However, if there's some sort of burn mechanism that can be implemented, for example, burn X amount of Rat Memo and receive Y. So X, Y, yeah. So in Z time, right? So burn X amount of Rat Memo, receive Y, you have Z time to accomplish it. So we've seen this done with different projects as well. Actually, the reason I really, this really was on my radar was because I saw an NFT project do this. Neo Tokyo from Becker, you burned bytes and you were able to get a season 2. What's interesting is that individuals that were staking their NFT to get tokens, the bytes tokens, in order to get the next NFT in line, they had to burn their bytes tokens, which inherently shot the value of bytes through the roof because people were burning them in order to receive something that they inherently saw a massive perceived value in. So that countered the whole inflationary measure of staking, getting rewards, and there just being way more tokens out in the open. So again, I believe that some sort of burning mechanism can still save the actual protocol. But again, there's so many more intricacies to that. I just wanted to give you an idea of what I saw with the burn mechanism. Now, here's the thing. Kill the APY. Like I just said, the APY was the marketing aspect. Change tokenomics to a cap supply of tokens. You can actually algorithmically have it over a set period of time that these tokens get released. So then the more people that stake, the less tokens that get distributed, thus not needing to remove the APY aspect. So again, this is all up for question. There's so many different things that they can do. However, the proposal here is change tokenomics to a capped supply of tokens. Okay. We've seen this done many, many times before. Look at Year in Finance, Beefy. Again, those are yield aggregators, so a little different. It would be a complete twist on an OHM fork. So again, this is interesting because it's completely different than what the initial project was set out to do. Now, move to revenue share model where to qualify investors need to hold for 30 days. Okay, so the problem that I have with this is you're essentially getting dividends, right? It's like if you invest into a dividend stock. So just looking at my phone, I get multiple different dividends or interest paid on my E-Trade account. And so I invest into a company and they give me dividends based on their revenue, and then obviously the profits get split with their shareholders. That's what a dividend stock is, right? So what makes it appealing for me to put my money into a crypto-based dividend yield token? That's essentially what it is. Because what we're doing here, if this proposal were to go through, I'm not knocking it, okay? I'm not knocking it whatsoever. All I'm saying is that this is equivalent to me putting my money into a stock that pays dividends. The only difference is that this is a token that I'm investing into, and that money gets put into a treasury for the community to vote on. That's the only different aspect. When I'm investing into actual stocks and companies that pay dividends, I don't have a say what they do. I kind of just have to go with it unless I own a massive majority share. However, kind of the same thing if you are a whale and have a lot of, a lot of the governance, if you will. So abolish all leverage, especially if rebases aren't cut. Again, leverage, I agree with. Abolishing the leverage is actually going to be a very, very good thing. You know, the reason why the crypto market's so volatile, just so you understand, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, is because of liquidations and cascading liquidations. What we saw inside of Wonderland, think about this as at a massive scale with billions of dollars that happened with liquidations. As a matter of fact, you can see BTC liquidations. You can see on CoinGlass how much money has actually been liquidated over a certain period of time. And so right over here, time period, let's go 24 hours, 1 hour. So you can see, let's just go 24 hours, right? There was $127 million in the last 24 hours liquidated of Bitcoin. So again, Ethereum last 24 hours was 56 million. So again, the more liquidations that occur, obviously it's negative. It's a negative impact for the price in totality because it causes cascading liquidations. So again, I agree with this because Abracadabra works with on-chain derivatives. So it's a little bit different than a centralized exchange derivatives platform. So again, I agree. And then we have rage quitting. So rage quitting is essentially, hey, I'm done with this. Give me whatever money I can get back. And there's a proposal here, which was, decent. Implement anti-robot technology to prevent bots from gaming the system and our own bot for automatic buybacks to protect backing price, but only for the short term. Instead of using bots, this can be done in a smart contract, FYI. So, and that's the whole point of smart contracts, is that they can be executed based on multiple different variables. It doesn't necessarily need a bot, but maybe, they substituted bot for whatever it is, right? For a smart contract. Going through this proposal, there's definitely a lot of meat and potatoes in here. However, this new structure is specifically structured for more so beginners, if you will, and people that aren't very crypto literate. So this makes it very easy for the average person to understand, because let's face it, participating on a chain like Avalanche, then going and buying time, and then going and staking it to earn wrap memo, to wrap your wrap memo, and then getting all these rebases. A lot of individuals don't necessarily know how to kind of monitor all this, and not only that, but it becomes a tax nightmare. I mean, my account's not having fun. So again, a lot of this, the professor is, he's smart, very smart individual. However, there's a lot more. And again, I have no skin in the game on whoever takes over the particular proposal, whoever makes a good offer on the proposal. Skyhopper is a lot more tactical and more so advanced. The professor's proposal is a lot more geared towards a very simple and basic infrastructure for anybody to understand. However, I guess, I'm being a little unbiased here because I'm a little bit more ingrained into the crypto sphere since this is all I do. I understand where Skyhopper and his proposal are trying to, what they're trying to accomplish. And I also understand the professor. Now, to end this off in regards to the pump that I foresee incoming is that it needs to be a hybrid between Skyhopper and the professor. The the professor is absolutely right. There needs to be, the leverage trading needs to be gone. If we go to Abracadabra, there's no MIMs left to borrow against Rat Memo right now, but there are outstanding MIM out there right now that obviously people are currently participating in. Doesn't mean that it happened after, it just means that they still haven't been liquidated, so they still have their MIM in circulation that they can go ahead and pay back. So again, I do like this proposal. The pump is going to happen if one of these goes through. There's nothing happening right now. Once something happens, I do foresee a little bit of a price pump. However, it won't be anything astronomical until there's something set in stone and we actually see a lot of traction from new outside investors come back in. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait a decent period of time in order for this to happen. However, the more progress that actually happens, the better it is. Right now, all we're doing is waiting and debating with each other on what should be done. There's nothing solidified. Just move on something. That's it, like just progress. Moving the needle is the best thing possible right now. Even if it's heading in a direction that, quite frankly, may be unknown, let's face it, we've been invested into Wonderland Time and it was completely unknown. How much worse can it get? Really, how much worse can we get? We had a literal felon managing all the funds. What else can go wrong? So at least any type of progress at this point is some sort of progress. That's it. That's all I want to see. That's my opinion. That's my 2 cents. This is where I see the pump incoming. Hidden Gem fam, let me know on Twitter what you guys think or in the comments down below. Smash a like on this, subscribe with notifications, and I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.